Hello everyone and welcome to DGEM. I am Damarios Morales and today I am interviewing Hong Wang. Hong Wang has an impressive career as a multi-instrumentalist and Asian music specialist. If you like this content, don't forget to click on subscribe and visit our website dgem.org to find out more about our DGEM's upcoming concerts. Dear friends, here we are today with Hong Wang. He's a musician who plays many instruments and it's really awesome to have him today in our interview. So we'd like to know about Hong. This is Hong. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Hong Wang, and Chinese name is called Wang Hong. Yeah.
Wang Hong.
And yeah, in my past 60 years, and my whole life is for music. So I come from China in 1990. And when I was very, very young, and I joined called Children's Art School. Yeah, that a little red flower.
That's a cute name for a music school for children that is in China. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm not only play musical instruments. At the very beginning, I think I'm just singer, dancer, and acrobatic. So
acrobatics too. So you explored many different things.
Yes, I have to learn
artistic expression.
Yeah, I have to learn different things.
That's nice.
Then later, I got a problem because it's an injury. So my teacher said maybe just like an instrument. Yeah, so I'm lucky. I
know, isn't that funny? Because when I started, when I was very young, I wanted to be a ballerina.
Yeah.
But then I went to try out and the teacher said, sorry, you have flat feet. You don't have much future as a dancer. So I went into piano and I'm so happy. I'm glad that it happened that way.
Yes.
For you too, right?
Yes. So so after 7 years old, I started to learn the erhu and the two-string instrument. And then my whole life just played the instrument. Because my family has no anyone to play music.
Oh, I see. So I was going to ask you that question. If you come from a musical family, so nobody plays any instruments in your family. So you were kind of the odd one in the family, so to speak.
My father is a computer engineer.
Computer engineer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. My mother is working in the mechanical research institute, a library.
Okay.
She's working
in a laboratory, so she's in the science field.
Yeah, that's why. So every day I can stay with my mom. I can read many books, about the mechanical things as scientists, things. It's very helping me to understand the world.
So tell us about your first encounter with music. What was it that happened that made you go like, wow, I want to be a musician?
You know what? It's incident. When I was 8 years old, when I was a student in elementary school, at that time, everybody had to learn called revolution song or revolution opera.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, because I have a very good voice. So
wow, you're a tenor, I think?
Yeah.
I can tell by your voice, right?
So my teacher asked me through the school broadcasting to teach everybody to learn the opera.
Okay.
Chinese opera, Beijing opera. Mm-hmm. So when I singing, and one day, I can't remember which day, but there one people from military,
Okay.
And he talked to my principal, so I wanted the young boy to join with the called Little Red Flower
School, I see.
And
so you were a talent that was discovered, so to speak.
So when I talked to the guys from military and I remember my people said, "Oh, maybe he can join you." He said, "Why?" Because my family. that time in revolution, my family is kind of a black family, but it's okay. The military guy said, don't worry about it. And I needed him. And also, any response, I would take it.
See, that's to prove that music it really unites people.
Yes.
So people look over, leave behind any ideologies or anything that could be dividing and say, you know what, music is more important. We want this child to, we want his talent. Mm-hmm.
So I think if without the guy from the military, I don't think I will be a musician. Probably just like more normal people. Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Because after I joined the children arts group, you have a chance to learn everything.
Right.
As I said, singing.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a very good approach, I think. Because some music schools, I know that they just ask you when you go to the entry registration, they say, okay, what instrument? And you have to decide, right? Yeah. But it's a good approach, actually, very nice approach. When you say, okay, let's have the child have a very diverse experience of different artistic expressions, and then we can find where the talent is and where you have inclination for.
Yeah,
right?
I think that all the countries have this, similar things happen because of course, they want to educate their next generation. Help them they can get a good education. And in China, whatever a revolution and to now, they also developed the system to teach young people to learn the musical instruments, to learn arts.
Right.
So I'm lucky, I learned all this kind of things. And it's really changed my life because when I was very young, I want to be an architect.
Oh, you wanted to be an architect?
Yes, I like painting. I like to make things.
Yeah.
So
I see some paintings around. Are those yours?
That's my wife.
Okay, they're pretty. They're nice.
Yeah.
At some point, I would love to visit with that. Yeah. So you started in the school for children, the music school. Let's move forward. How did you get to the oboe?
Actually, from my young age into the middle school and the high school, and after China opened the door to all the young people.
Mm-hmm. I know usually the oboe is not an instrument you pick up when you're so young. So at what point did you pick up the oboe?
Yeah, because when I learned any instruments, just like I said, from elementary school to middle school to high school to university, and it's kind of like processing and different kind of opportunities. Mm-hmm. So elementary school is joined Little Red Flower ensemble. And now the middle school and high school, I joined the school band.
Okay.
Yeah, they call 宣传队. It means a kind of arts group, so school arts group. So in the school, you also have opportunity to sing, to dance, to play musical instruments. And I think I want to countryside, we call, I don't know how to say in English, but means to go to the farmers.
To the farm,
to the farmers, But that time, I'm a tea farmer. Tea farmer, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I remember it's 1978. And one day, one person from the farmers, I think a little group, they said, we have chance to go to the university, but you have to pass the examination. And it's very simple. Second day, I did, and only two things. One is about a competition. One is about Chinese literature. Very simple.
I see. And did you have to know how to read music? Was there any requirements in that sense?
Yes. When I was in elementary school, I already learned
Learn how
in
to-
a little a red flower.
Little red flower school.
Yeah, we have a teacher in there. He is very talented too. He teaches everything.
Is that school still operating and working in China?
Yeah, yeah.
It's been around for a long time.
Yeah, and all those kind of knowledge actually, physical knowledge is from my first teacher.
Right.
From-
And was the emphasis on Western music, classical, or on the music, authentic music of China? What was the emphasis in the school in terms of music? Or a mix of the two?
In that time, actually, we know nothing. But now, when you go back to see your past life, you are clear, okay, oh, no, because everything is a service for the politician.
I see.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
all countries, same thing. But normal people don't care about this. They love art. So they just keep going to play music, to teach music, and so I'm lucky I find a good teacher. So I learned, all kind of musical instruments, not only from teacher. I have many instruments learned by myself.
I see. So
Yeah.
someone picked the oboe for you and say, hey, I think you'd be great at the oboe, or
Yeah.
did you pick it up yourself?
No, that time I already, I think a freshman in university. And my dean, I remember after a couple months, he come to my classroom. He said, we want to build Western instruments department, but we don't have any teachers available. So if someone want to learn oboe, that would be great. And nobody raising hand.
That's funny.
Yeah, because nobody knows what's the oboe.
What's the oboe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I raised
Raise
my
your
hand. Yeah, and I asked at the end, so what's the oboe?
What's the oboe? Oh, that's funny.
Okay, now I have someone to bring oboe to the classroom. Wow, that's so complex. I said, how to play that? And he said, do you really want to learn it? Of course, I don't keep my face. I said, yes, I want to do it. So I took the oboe lessons in another school called Nanjing Academy of Arts.
Okay.
Yeah, they have oboe teacher. And I took almost half year. I found it just a really difficult instrument. And the problem is the instrument, the poor condition.
I see.
So one class, my teacher is fixed.
They're fixing the double reed all the time.
Yes.
Oh.
Every time, yeah, all time. So
Did you get discouraged at the beginning of the first 6 months or so, let's say, where you're like, oh, forget it, this is not for me, or you were like, I gotta conquer this instrument, like, I gotta find it.
Yeah.
Was that your attitude?
I know that time we don't have any import instruments.
I see.
So I have to learn how to fix it. So I fix by myself, then practice. I remember I practiced 8 hours, 9 hours a day.
Well, when did you start to then move on to learn all of these great instruments? Wow, look at this. If we can, what we have behind us is tons and tons of different instruments. So tell us about what you're doing now, how you went to playing the oboe, and now to learning. How many instruments do you play?
I can't remember,
Oh my
but
gosh, tell us.
I used 34 instruments for the TV show Kung Fu Panda.
The compu-
Yeah.
So 34 instruments. So it's fair to say that close to 40 maybe, because you can play practically anything, right?
Yeah, but most of the instruments actually they have a similar principle. So when I get instruments, maybe a couple of days, I already know how to play it.
Yeah, is that you have a special talent, because it's like as soon as you see the instrument, you can figure out how to make a sound out of it. Like I am totally the opposite. I am like single-minded into piano. It's hard for me to make any sound in the violin or wind instrument. So although I tried a little bit of the flute once, but I wasn't very good at it.
Yes, I think learn music instruments. I always think about how to make the right sound. Yes, if the sound is not right, that means you play not the right way.
It's not good.
Yeah. So when I get whatever wind instruments or different kind of string instruments, like in Mongolia's string instrument, it's not easy to play.
Right.
Yeah, that's like most string instruments use fingernails to play.
Okay.
Yeah, the violin and the fingerboard. And the Chinese erhu is they don't have fingerboard, but still using the fingernail play. But this one use fingernails. Using
It's different.
Yeah,
It's not
this
a
is
fingertip,
mutton
but
chin.
fingernail.
Yeah, but this one use side of a finger.
The
Like,
side of a finger.
yeah,
Right.
and so and wind instruments, some is a vertical play, some is use a double reeds.
Double reeds.
Yeah, some is horizontal play. So all those instruments, I believe they have a similar principle how to make sound.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that's
you
what-
have been researching the instruments that are authentic from China that represent the Chinese culture for how long?
I know in China, if you think about the musical instruments, I have an instrument behind you. The history can go back about 9,000 years.
Wow. This one.
Let me show you here.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe you can show to the
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah, of course, this one is a 3D print. 3D print instrument.
Okay.
Yeah, but the history is about 80.
How many years again? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this instrument, they call it, most people call it a D, but a D means just like this kind of.
It's almost like a piccolo, right?
But this one is like a net.
Okay.
The side rolling.
Oh,
Yeah,
side.
this
Can
way.
you play
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I can make it sound a little bit. What we see.
And this is only part one of several parts of my interview with Hong Wang. Hong Wang is also one of our founding members of DGEM.org, so stay tuned, you don't want to miss it.